Hello and welcome to yesterday's tech. Here I have the white Nintendo DS Lite, and because got a bit dirty during the time, I decided to clean it. It shouldn't be hard, so let's give it a go. Here should be two rubber feet. Mine lost one, but one is still there. I'm using a pointy screwdriver, but a simple needle would be useful too. Under those two rubber feet are hiding two golden Phillips screws. Here I'm using a Phillips PH0 screwdriver. Now here comes the tricky part. For the next screws is needed a tri-point Y1 screwdriver. They should not be confused with Phillips screw, even though it looks extremely similar. The battery cover has a Phillips screw. This is the battery. Here we have another two Phillips screws. I'm using the same Phillips PH0 screwdriver. Now here, near the card slot, we have another tri-point Y1 screw. And another one at the bottom right corner. With a flat screwdriver, I'm separating the bottom cover from the main unit. Those parts are from the bumper, a small pin and a small spring. These two cables are for the Wi-Fi and for the mic. Now there's one more Phillips screw here. Here is a ribbon cable for the main display, so I remove it carefully. The rubber parts and of course the buttons. Here I have 4 more rubber parts covering 4 more screws. Same Phillips PH0 screwdriver. And 2 more Phillips screws here for the hinge. Those are longer than previous screws. I'm pulling both cables and through this small slit, the ribbon cable. Keep in mind, those flex cables are quite fragile. Now I'm sliding down the screen so I can separate it from the top cover. I removed the microphone. And the Wi-Fi. The ribbon cable is rolled into this metal ring. Once more, remember to be careful with such cables as they get damaged pretty easy. Now, with all separated, I can bring the water for washing the plastic parts. A small amount of soap. Here are some more Phillips screws. If you don't mind to leave them too much under the water, you can skip removing them. I let them dry, and during this time I can take care of other parts. With some rubbing alcohol I clean both screens. Now for the assembly, I start by rolling the ribbon cable back. The Wi-Fi. And the mic. Here is the metal ring. I'm making sure the microphone is facing down. And all those cables follows the path they should. The speakers. This is the part for making the hinge work. And the top cover. It's natural to have this gap here because I'm gonna slide it before putting back all the screws. Firstly, the cables. And now carefully the ribbon cable. The hinge cover and it's both Phillips screws. I firstly align the ribbon cable, then I lock it. All buttons. Here goes the Y, A, B, X, and the select and start button. Rubber buttons are pretty obvious. The one with the circle hole in the middle goes for D-pad, and the one with the square in the middle goes for the letter buttons. Here goes the mic, the Phillips screw for holding the motherboard. And here is quite tricky. This may take a lot of time, but at the point the Wi-Fi cable reached the other side. This part is also tricky and needs some patience. This pin has to keep in place the string, but will very easily fall off. And here I fix the string. Those buttons for on and off switch and volume has to be on the cover according to motherboard. Now I start with the black screw near the card slot. With all screws in their place, I can put the battery. And now the last rubber parts. Well, considering its age, it looks pretty good and definitely better than before. I didn't mind the deep restoration, but rather just a casual cleaning. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.